Tonight, you will experience poker like you have never seen before. Get ready for the most futuristic poker superstructure ever imagined. The Pokerdome. 6 players from around the world have flown to Las Vegas to face off against each other. Talk about the experience of a lifetime. Not only is Kentucky coal miner Gary Kirk in Vegas, this was his first trip ever on an airplane. This lady from Las Vegas loves 2 things, poker and shopping. She once played poker for 24 hours straight, and Masato Black's fantasy to go shopping every day. The bright lights of Sin City won't intimidate this player. They call Arkansas's Billy Gray Bluff because he's not afraid to wear his strategy right on his sleeve. Keep an eye on this Floridian at the Pokerdome. He's been playing poker for over 25 years. Rick Berger is a truck driver by day, but online he's known as Papa Burger at night. This player is looking to leave America's playground with some serious cash. Texas bartender Stuart McMillan loves the outdoors, especially extreme sports like mountain biking and bungee jumping. And our final player to hit downtown Vegas comes from South Carolina. He's an aggressive player. Richard Rickabaugh once won a tournament by going all in with a 7-deuce. The players have arrived. $25,000 is up for grabs. And one of the 6 players behind this door will advance towards our tournament grand prize, $1 million. This is the MansionPoker.com Pokerdome Challenge. Unmistakable Las Vegas, Nevada, where we are coming to you from the historic downtown district at the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street, the home of the MansionPoker.com Pokerdome Challenge. The Pokerdome is set and open for business. The contestants are wearing heart monitors, and the proper measures have been taken to ensure that the players will not be in contact with any of the audience. Now, these 6 players from all around the world will be playing the most exciting brand of poker, speed poker, in the most unique and innovative poker venue ever seen, where the studio audience can look into the Pokerdome, but when it's time to play speed poker, the players cannot see out. We are ready to get it going. Each player will start out with 50,000 in chips. Here are your seat assignments. Rick Berger in the 1 chair, followed by Masato Black, Billy Gray, Gary Kirk, Richard Rickabaugh, and Stuart McMillan. The blinds will kick off at 1,000 and 1,000. And Stuart McMillan will get us going. Once again, hot limit, pre-flop, no limit, post-flop. And as we get a good look at Stuart McMillan, you also see there is essentially a shot clock that will peek in throughout the night. McMillan folds his hand. Berger is going to call.
Chris, 3 aces here
Race.
for 6 players. Sure to see some action, and Masato Black kicks it up.
With that ace-8 offsuit. Billy Gray, get rid of his hand. Fold by Gary Kirk.
Call.
And Richard Rickabaugh is going to make the call.
Up for 4,000.
And Berger's going to fold, so we'll see 2 players on the first flop of the evening. 7-8-6 on the flop.
This is bad news for Rickabaugh because he's paired his kicker, but so has Masato Black. And she has a huge lead, as you see by our win percentages here.
You can also see our heart monitors, measuring just how nervous the players are.
Masato Black spiking over 160. She's on her way to 170, Chris. Call a medic.
Well, she got Rickabaugh to fold, and Masato Black taking down the first pot of the evening.
And Chris, it takes a lot of courage right off the bat in the dome to reach back and bet 2/3 of your chips on the very first hand. I mean, it's taken this long to get to Las Vegas to get in the dome.
Come on, man.
You want to last more than one hand.
Exactly.
That's all right.
That's kind of a wasted trip. Rick Berger, the truck driver out of Melbourne, Florida, folds.
Race.
Black announcing a raise with her ace-4 suited.
Fold.
Raising to 4,000. Billy Gray gets rid of his hand.
Fold.
Gary Kirk with the small pocket pair makes the call. Action folds around to Stuart McMillan.
And a call or two.
And once again, we will see 2 players on the flop. 6, 9, 8.
Now, black has not connected here, but with the small pocket pair, Chris, you're almost always going to be facing 3 overcards, and Kirk, by not flopping a set, is forced to fold to the bet. 2 in a row for Masato Black.
She is off and getting it going early on. Hey, if you're not familiar with speed poker yet, here's the explanation of how it works. There are 6 players, 2 dealers, and just 15 seconds to act. Each player is dealt 2 down cards and must decide whether to call, raise up to the pot limit, or fold within 15 seconds. If 2 or more players remain in the hand, the community cards are dealt. The first 3 are called the flop. They are followed by a round of betting where players can go all in. Next comes the 4th card, called the turn, more betting, and finally the 5th card, called the river. Remaining players can bet 1 more time, then show their hands. In all cases, the best 5-card hand wins and takes the pot. Each player can use 1 30-second time extension button per match prior to heads up, and is guaranteed 1 more if he reaches heads up play. That is speed poker. And so far, Michael Koenig, Masato Black has figured out what speed poker is all about, would you say?
Well, she's put pressure on these guys. You know, Chris, the cards have no sexual preference. They don't know if you're a man or a woman. They don't know if you're old or you're young. They're cruel to everybody. And Masato Black is showing these 5 gentlemen that the lady is a formidable presence.
Well, Gary Kirk, with a pocket pair for the 2nd straight hand, has raised it up. Rickabaugh gets rid of his hand. Stuart McMillan, the bartender out of Katy, Texas, making the call with King-Queen offsuit.
Kirk again with that small pair. He's looking to flop a set. He does!
The 6-4 tray. As you can see, McMillan now drawing dead.
There's no card to improve Stuart McMillan's hand, and he wisely checks here. You know, with a flop like that, those 2 overcards often look attractive. If Kirk knew how weak McMillan was, he probably would check it right back and try to induce a bluff on the turn. But I don't think he's going to get any business here, Chris, and that's a shame when you flop a set.
Well, Gary Kirk's going to get it done.
Nice hand.
He picks up the hand with a set of 4s. We are in the early going. Masato Black off and running. We will continue from Las Vegas right after